Karácsony, dithering par excellence. Welcome to Budapest, welcome to the capital, welcome to the strangest combination of moving and not moving ever embodied in a single man. The man of the hour, unfortunately, is none other than Geri Karácsony, the man who sees himself as tall and slim. Unfortunately, everyone else thinks he's a sheep in sheep's clothing, a woolly-headed, useless stick of a man who'd struggle to perform the duties of a doorstop or draft excluder with any real aplomb. Of course, he was never in line for so coveted a job as that of a doorstop or draft excluder, which, let's face it, is a good thing. No, the ditherer in charge, the fluffy-minded fool who couldn't make a decision if his life was on the line, is not employed as an inanimate, useful thing to have about the house, but rather, he's the mayor of Budapest. The Lord works in mysterious ways, we've been repeatedly told, and there can be surely no better proof of this than the fact that a mutton-headed fool who can claim nothing to his credit other than the fact that he's above average height and has a BMI that doctors and insurance companies worldwide approve of, was elected to ostensibly run a capital city. The Lord works in mysterious ways, but not our Geri Christmas. He doesn't do anything as lowbrow as work. Geri's mother once asked him to put a shelf up. At the time, he was a university student. A young man? Physically able? Perhaps. Tall enough to not need a stepladder? Certainly. His reply? Mum, I don't do things like that. I'm an intellectual. A reply that most would seek to bury before it had the chance to bury them. This jumped-up would-be intellectual is so lacking in intelligence that he failed to recognize the boorish arrogance that he displayed to the woman to whom he owes everything. What an asshole. Ignoring the emotions his mother experiences when she claps eyes on him, what we've got in Budapest is a poor excuse for a man, much less a mayor. Since gaining the hot seat in late 2019, what we've had from Karácsony are promises. Promises galore. As we watch the city lose its shine and become tarnished in a way we thought we'd seen the last of, presumably we're meant to think well of Karácsony as a result of all the promises he's made. His promises have been plentiful in the extreme, but even the sea of promises has been overshadowed by one exceptional thing: the new mayor's ability to dither. This is a man who could win any number of Olympic gold medals if there was a category of dithering. This is a man who, having promised the world, decided that it was time to slow things down. A pathological desire to avoid all sorts of responsibility leads to one thing: dithering. As a tactic, it's as old as the hills, but it's not what you want in the mayor of a capital city, is it? No. In place of action from the mayor, we've seen as he takes on more and more people to do the things that he was elected to do. This poor excuse for a man, this hopeless case, has got a staff of over 40. What in God's name are they doing? Well, they're presumably doing what he isn't. There's a team of 6 charged with maintaining his Facebook presence, for Christ's sake. The problem is compounded by the fact that the staff brought in by Geri are as incompetent as the man himself. Having been elected in late 2019, of the 150-odd promises that he made, by March this year it was calculated that 17 had been completed. Those aren't good odds, nor does it inspire confidence to hear that 3 other promises have been partially completed and another 23 are being dealt with. But now, what's next? Well, as bored as he is boring, Geri's outgrown the city. Yes, this man who rather ruins the label intellectual with the fact that he can't speak a word of English other than some special English, let alone any other foreign language, has accepted the challenge to run for Prime Minister mid-season. Having achieved nothing but the successful tarnishing of the city and the blocking of as many projects as he could manage, he's on the verge of jumping ship, little shit that he is, claiming that his work has been made impossible by the PM. So what? So now he's jumping ship mid-stroke in order to try and push his way into the Prime Minister's seat. Then what? Is he then planning to combine the 2 jobs? That'd be a first. A man who's not only Prime Minister, but Mayor of the capital too. All this from a man who runs from responsibility like a particularly nervous rabbit. Don't make me laugh. Geri, man up. Locate your balls. And if you can't finish the job, at least finish the term you signed up for. Put an end to the fucking dithering. Pull your finger out and stop embarrassing everyone who knows you.